Bitcoin liquidity is piling up at the top side, and that's exactly what we need to discuss, because I personally think that Bitcoin could be in for a major short squeeze next week. So let's discuss exactly that within today's update video. We will discuss the most important Bitcoin charts here. We will take a look into towards the latest news hitting the market here. We will take a dive in towards Ethereum and also a little bit into altcoins. So from there, guys, make sure to first of all subscribe to the channel and watch and like my latest YouTube video, and from there we can dive into the most important content, because I personally think that most traders are about to get fooled next week, since the Bitcoin liquidity is actually piling up here. And I think that could be a very bad idea, since I think we are about to see a very similar scenario just like we saw in 2024 here, where we saw a major short squeeze after all that liquidity piling up at the top side. And I will exactly explain why I think this, since so much short liquidity is actually stacking up here, mostly because of those Iran and Israel headlines. But on the technical perspective, I do think Bitcoin is actually looking very good. So that's why I do think if the market is going to see some major bullish news, or just like seeing the tensions in the Middle East cool off a little bit, I actually do think that Bitcoin could be in for a major short squeeze. Bitcoin is showing a lot of strength, and Bitcoin will be making a new big move to the upside here. Because ultimately, I do think Bitcoin will be following the global liquidity once again, just like we have seen every single time during this bull market. Also, Bitcoin has created this major inverse H&S pattern on the chart, which is about to play out here. Bitcoin is exactly dumping into the right shoulder here, and from there we could see an attack on the all-time highs, then a major bounce, and then a new big move higher. Bitcoin is positioning itself here for a new major move higher, and just know that if Bitcoin is about to initiate just a small move here, we will grab so much of this top side liquidity here, which could ultimately lead to a major short squeeze, and that would lead to a big Bitcoin move higher, breaking out of this range, for example. So yes, I do think we are actually gearing up for a similar scenario, just like we saw in November 2024. And I do actually think this could be the last Bitcoin move higher from this bull market. It will be the last move to the top side at the end of the cycle, since I do like it to be a little bit more conservative with Bitcoin here. But yeah, just looking at the price action, things are still looking good here. And yes, we do know what happened last time when we saw those Iran vs Israel headlines, of course. We do know it's a lot more serious now. But yeah, ultimately, if it's going to cool off a little bit, then I do think Bitcoin could be in for a major move higher. If that, of course, is not going to be the case, if we are going to see the situation escalate here, yeah, then I do ultimately think Bitcoin could be in for a big move lower. But yeah, nobody does actually know what's about to happen here. So let's see, but on a technical perspective, Bitcoin is still looking good. We also have a very big week incoming. We are seeing some countries making a decision on their rates. We are seeing the Fed rate decision here, so that's going to be a very important event yesterday. We will also get the Powell speech, of course. So yes, it's definitely going to be a very important week. And that Powell speech, that Fed rate decision for the USA, for the Fed, is planned for next Wednesday. So let's see about that. It's definitely going to be very important for that Bitcoin price action. And guys, if you want to be trading Bitcoin altcoins yourself, make sure you do it on Bloven here. I've linked this platform below under all my latest YouTube videos. Make sure to check Bloven out if you're getting interested in trading Bitcoin altcoins yourself. And from there, we can dive into that Ethereum price action here. Because yeah, for Ethereum, not too much changed there. Ethereum is basically still consolidating within this range. Not too much is happening here. I do ultimately think that Ethereum will be breaking out of this range, because recently we have seen some insane strength for Ethereum. So I do think Ethereum is actually gearing up for a massive big move higher. But if Ethereum would be moving down, which I'm definitely not expecting, but then this is still a super important level I'm looking at. This is the range low of this big range Ethereum, this reaccumulation zone Ethereum is trading in. Ultimately, I do think Ethereum will be moving to that range high. And if we would be hitting that range low, then we could see a major bounce from there to the top side. So that's exactly why I'm watching this level very closely. But yeah, to be fair, I don't think it's about to happen here. But we should be open for the scenario that we, for example, are about to see some very bearish news about Iran-Israel situation. If Ethereum could, for example, see a small flash crash here, then this could be a major level for a bounce. So just make sure you're watching exactly that level. And yes, Ethereum is looking very bullish here. We've seen some major institutional accumulation here for Ethereum through that spot Ethereum ETF. And this is looking like a big and very bullish uptrend here. So let's see if that's about to continue next week. If so, it could be a major catalyst for the Ethereum price action. And actually, we are sliding towards that Ethereum takeover, this bull market. The Bitcoin versus Ethereum price action is breaking down here. We've broken below this RSI moving average line, which the last time that happened, we saw Ethereum take over and we saw altcoins perform very good here. So let's see about it, but this is still looking very good, and Ethereum is still massively outperforming Bitcoin in the second quarter of the year, and also in the second half of the year. After a halving year, we always see some exceptional returns for both Bitcoin and Ethereum. So yes, it's still looking very good here, and ultimately I do think in the second half of this year we are still about to see a major altcoin season kicking off, since that is always what happened at the end of the cycle for altcoins. That's the phase where altcoins will go the most parabolic here. So guys, I'm still very bullish here. I'm still very bullish on altcoins, and I do actually think next week could be a major week for a big move upwards for Bitcoin. But yeah, let's see about it, because of course we are really dependent on the news here. And guys, that was it for today's update video. Hope you guys enjoyed this update video, and I will see you guys within the next update video tomorrow.